everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Lumen Tarot. So guys, I am doing a random collective love reading for you here. This reading is for the collective. It is not going to be for all of you. So please just take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. You're going to know, I think, right off the bat if this is for you or not, okay? And if you were led here, there's probably something in it for you. But yeah, just take what does resonate and leave the rest. Don't try to force it into your world. And thank you to everyone for your likes, subscribes, comments, shares, donations, everything. Everything you guys do that helps support the channel and helps us keep growing further. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so first off, people are watching you, okay? This came off of this deck. And these three I pulled from the bottom after I shuffled it, okay? Like I usually do, right? Yeah, people are watching you, fascinated by you. And I feel like I keep hearing you're spot on, or like I'm hearing somebody in the background going, dude, something like that. Like they're watching you, whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel like you're doing something intuitive here. And I feel like they're realizing, these are people that put you out in the cold before, one way or another, and I think they watched you struggle. They could have even liked you being in this poverty, lacking kind of situation, okay? Maybe they like to put you down or keep you down, or they just maybe always thought that you were going to be out in the cold, poor, that kind of thing. All of a sudden, though, you're at the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel very much like there's this sudden realization. I'm hearing, I-E-I-E-O, shake your foundations, I-E-I-E-O. AC/DC, right? Shake your foundations, AC/DC. Yeah. You're shaking these people up, man. This is a shake-up for these people, realizing you went from possibly even a poverty situation, like for real. You were really struggling financially, and these people, I feel like it's multiple people. For some reason, I feel like it's multiple people watching you. It could be just this one naked guy, right? Getting flung out of the tower, realizing that you're actually a freaking treasure. You're a treasure. And I feel like it's all because of your intuition, because I keep hearing spot on, or like, dude, I can't believe, you know what I mean? Like, whoa. So there's something that you're doing that they're watching you do. You could be in the public eye, it could be in your posts or something that you said, or I feel like they're watching you though. And you're extremely intuitive. Now the High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the deck. So you could be, you're attached to the Hierophant, so you're getting messages from the divine. Now usually the High Priestess doesn't say anything, the High Priestess like hangs on and retains the secrets, okay? But I'm feeling like you're an intuitive, and these people are fascinated. The word fascinated and watching just keeps popping out at me. I think they're fascinated by how spot on you are with your intuition, and whatever it is that you're putting out there, you're absolutely right. Don't mind the noises. It's my cats playing. I gave him an empty box today, so it's like Christmas. Right. So anyway, yeah, they're really, really surprised. I mean, they're having a tower moment. This is a sudden realization. This is a shakeup of their foundation. This is these people, whoever's watching you and being completely fascinated. Number one, they're totally focused on you, person watching. Totally focused on you. They can't stop watching you. Okay? Because whatever it is that you're doing or saying, you're spot on, and it's fascinating to these people. Maybe they didn't believe that you had all this intuition, you could be a spiritual healer, a spiritual teacher. You could be like doing Reiki or something and becoming very, very abundant. All right. You could even be another tarot card reader on YouTube, becoming very, very abundant. And you don't have to sell stuff to people, to become abundant and grow. If you're receiving messages from the Hierophant, the High Priestess is connected to the divine. That's why the High Priestess is so intuitive. Okay? So you receive your messages from the Hierophant, the God, the divine, right? And I feel like the people are just led to you. For some reason, that's your strength there, is that you're receiving messages from the divine. It's the divine leading you here. You're kind of suspended. Look at how the High Priestess is just floating here, right? You know why the High Priestess gets to float in this picture? It's because it's the power of the divine that holds her up. It's the power of spirit. The High Priestess has surrendered to her journey and her spiritualism totally. You're that tuned into the divine. So you're allowing the divine to just lead you, okay? Her feet aren't even touching anything. You're just floating. The divine is pulling you to do what you're supposed to, what you're meant to do here. Okay? And because of that, I think you've become abundant. People are seeing this big change, and they're fascinated not only in how you've leveled up your financial situation, but how spot on you are. I just keep hearing spot on. So maybe it's something that you're saying, something that like maybe you told somebody, look, I know this and this and this is going to happen, and it does. And they're like, whoa, dude. Yeah, right? She was spot on. Exactly. That's the kind of thing. It doesn't have to be huge, but it's that little bit of the messages, whatever you're getting from the divine, and you're speaking it or showing it or doing something with it, and you're correct. And people are kind of amazed at how right you are and how far this is taking you into a completely different lifestyle. And I feel like you're being very modest about that. I feel like you're hiding, not really hiding, but you're keeping your abundance hidden. The High Priestess, like I said, she's pretty quiet. She doesn't talk. Okay, she's a secret keeper. So she's very silent. I feel like this change, you're not really telling people what it is that you're making. You're not really putting it out there and showing it. You're very modest about it. You could be very modest about whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah, I feel like you're keeping a lot of things hidden. Okay. You're not really out there flashing things, that kind of thing, but people are taking notice of the changes anyway. They are, and it's really, it's totally shaking their foundations, man. They're shaken up over this, yeah, and jealous, envious, angry, yeah, fascinated by how right you are, but yet upset at the same time. Maybe because you're right. Maybe because you're spot on and you're telling the truth. But if they're upset about that, then really they're upset with the divine, because you're getting your information from the divine as an intuitive here. The High Priestess, she's the most intuitive person in the whole entire deck. The whole entire deck. It's the High Priestess. So I feel like this is about your intuition and how spot on you are, and how it's rocking people's, shaking their foundations. They're jealous. Something, you could have said something, or they want to say something to you. Yeah, look. I feel like they want to come and say something to you, but they're approaching you as a Knight of Swords. Okay, it's a knight to an Empress. This, whatever it is you're doing, your intuition, Let me tell you about the Empress, well, and the World card, because they both kind of tie in. Listen, I know you, whoever's watching this, you're on a spiritual journey, okay? You are floating the divine, you're following the leadership of the divine all the way. All the way. You will go wherever they tell you to go, right? Right? You move how they tell you to move, and you don't need to speak it to anyone. You're keeping your moves, I feel, on the down low, and the divine is asking you to do that too. As you create your abundance, okay? Which you've got 10 of Pentacles here. That's the most you can have in a deck, is 10. All right? But you've worked for it. Look, the Empress, you don't get into the Empress energy unless you've been put through hell. You've been dragged through the dirt, through the gravel. People have probably ridiculed you, thought you were nothing, made fun of your poverty situation. You know, these are people who could have been really close to you. Friends, family members, exes, whatever. You know? Shoot, these could have even been bosses and stuff that knew you deserved better and didn't give it to you and watched you struggle anyway. It could be any situation, but either way, you picked yourself up from that, really at bottom ground level, and you built yourself up to the top. You're an Empress now, and you know how you did it? You know how? Because you have surrendered to being guided by the divine. Look. You're floating. You're being pulled. Okay? So you are the Empress is extremely intuitive and connected to the divine as well. That's how you get your abundance. That's how you make it through your healing. That's how you make it through the pain. That's how you make it to your destination. That's how you make it on your path, is by listening to the divine and taking your cues from them, right? You're extremely intuitive. I think this is all about your intuition, taking you from rags kind of to riches. And not only financially, but look, you're wealthy in so many ways, person watching, okay? You are fulfilled. You're fulfilled because you're on a divine path. Okay, you're on a divine path. You're following your intuition, which is a God-given gift. You're very connected to the divine, very, very connected to the divine, right? And, you know, the universe has seen all of this. The universe has seen it all. You know, the World card, that it really, you know, people will say, well, it's an end to an old cycle and a beginning to a new one. Sure, okay, but you know what? It's more than that. This is a graduation card, a graduation card to me. You know, the end of a cycle, you really worked for that. Not only did you improve your abundance, but you had to heal. You had to get through the rough times, right? The endless tears, pain, the hurt that people put you through, right? And the fact that all they did was tell others and say to others that you wouldn't amount to anything besides this. You weren't going to go anywhere, really? Because look, you graduated from the last cycle. You learned those difficult lessons through all of that pain and all of your healing and all of your purging and all of your tears. The divine led you on this, okay? The universe has seen all of the effort you put into yourself to reach this Empress status. You're not born an Empress. It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and effort and pain and trials and tribulations and lessons learned to get to the Empress. Okay? And you did it all by being led by the divine. All of it. They led you through this, man. This last cycle, it's been hard. And yes, it is a closeout to the last cycle and a beginning to a new one. But it's a graduation for the effort you put in order to do it. In order to get to this new cycle as brilliantly as you are. Look at you. You're strong now. Look at how far you've come. From this person here in the Five of Pentacles, which is really hurting, really struggling here in every way, being left out in the cold, people putting you down and keeping you there, to this strong, confident, taking that blanket off to show yourself, believing in you, healed, beautiful, graceful, free, because you're allowing the divine to lead you, okay? And the universe has seen all of the effort you put in, and boy, is it going to be, it's going to be an abundant new cycle for you. You've got 10 of Pentacles here in Empress energy. You are good, right? I'm really not telling you anything you don't already know about yourself. You are good. You know you're right. You believe in the messages because you know they're coming from the divine. Keep doing what you're doing, because the universe is now congratulating you for all of this effort you put into yourself. And you're about to embark in a brand new cycle that's going to be really super abundant. The cats, they screwed up my floor mat already. All right, so yeah, and you could even be on a twin flame soulmate connection. I could be talking to the divine feminines out there. I feel like it's a divine feminine that I'm talking about. Empress, World card, High Priestess. Okay? Yeah. And out here with the cleansing too, these people, a lot of these people that are watching you, they wanted you to be like this and stay in this Five of Pentacles, okay? They got used to the idea of you being the one who is always struggling. And now that you're in 10 of Pentacles, they can't say that anymore, okay? They can't expect for you to always struggle. Now you have more than they do. And they're jealous. They're jealous. They're angry. They're angry. Yeah, thank you. I wasn't trying to say that, but yeah. They're angry. They're envious. And they may even have something to say about it. But I feel like in your energy, you're like, too bad. Say whatever it is that you want. I'm allowing the divine to lead me. You're only really interested in what the divine has to say to you at this point. You really are, because you know that these people really just watched you struggle. I think at this part of your journey, you know who gets to come with you in the new cycle and who has to stay behind. Anyone with devil energy. If people are jealous that you're doing well, guess what? They're not going to be so great to you later in this next cycle. What the crap is that? If they cared about you at all, they'd be happy that you're doing well, but they're not. This isn't a happy, happy card. This is a devil energy, I'm jealous, envious, and angry card. And these are the negative thoughts and negative energies and negative people and situations that you need to remove. You need to cleanse that devil. All the people who are going to be envious and jealous of you actually doing well, the people who want to see you in a struggling kind of poverty, needing something situation, they gotta go. They gotta go. Because where you're going, you don't have space for negativity. Okay, where you're going, you far surpassed that already. You have far surpassed that energy already. And I think because you're being led, you know this. You know this. But these people around you, they're losing it. And this is all going down today, right now. You've got multiple people, I feel, watching you, fascinated by you right now. Right now. Haters. Because you're doing well. Because you're spot on. And it's bringing down their foundations. They're floored by this. They really are. Cleanse that crap out of your life, Burn some sage, burn your Palo Santo. I've got my incense going right now. If you guys see the smoke, that's what it is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, discard. Yeah, they need to go. These kind of people need to go. People that, you know, are going to be jealous and upset that you're no longer struggling, they need to freaking go. It's time to take out the garbage. Because seriously, you know, you want to be happy. I think you are. You are feeling great because you're taking your cues from the divine. They're seeing you happy. They're fascinated at the change, and they're completely focused and obsessed about you. But yet at the same time, I feel like they're also wishing that they could do the same thing that you can do. I feel like they wish they could be you and do the same kind of intuitive things that you do. That's kind of what I'm feeling like here off of the wish card, because they see you out here. You're about to embark on a brilliant life, and believe me, the divine is taking very good care of you. Okay? They are. And they're wishing they could have this too, you know? They're wishing they could have the kind of life that you're living or you're going to be living. And I feel like it's because this whole time you've been on a spiritual journey. Yeah, these people, yeah, they may want to come together with you and reconcile. Yeah, they may. But these are the same people. These are the same people that are jealous of you, envious, angry that you're having some kind of success here, a big one. You know? Yeah. They're going to be returning. They could even be talking to you about old memories, that kind of thing. This is too many, though. You know, old times, but these are toxic people. And those are unhealthy behaviors. Coming back to maybe, you know, pull on your heartstrings a little bit. You know, can you show me how you do what you do? No, you can't, because you know what? You're being led. If they want to be on the same kind of path that you're on, they have to surrender to the path and be led by the divine as well. They need to go through the same kind of work you did. They can't have your life. They can't. They can't have it. It's not for them. They're absolutely fascinated at how strong you've become, how far you've come. They're surprised. I mean, this is a surprise for these people in a sick way, though. This is like a sick surprise. Like, how could this person watching get out of this poverty situation? How can they be intuitive? How can they be so spiritual? Yeah, today, again, this is going on in the present moment, right now. Right now. You've got multiple haters out there. One could be your person. One could very well be your twin flame. Yeah, they may want to retaliate. Revenge for what? For what? I hope they're watching. For what? Revenge for what? Because you're allowing the divine lead you and give you messages? Yeah. These are toxic people. They want you to stay struggling. They don't want to see you as an empress. They don't want to see you moving on with confidence and with strength. They don't want you to be intuitive, okay? They don't want you to be successful. Where is it? They don't want you to be successful. And they're jealous, they're angry, they're upset, they're obsessed about you. And now they want payback and revenge because you're doing well. I mean, person watching, how dare you grow out of a horrible poverty type struggling situation. How dare you, right? That's what these people are thinking, some of them. They could even be like on drugs, up and down. These people could have some mental instability as well. There could be a feminine energy that could be very jealous of you, extremely jealous, because you're doing really well. Could be an ex-family member, friend, a karmic even. Today, I'm telling you, today, present moment now. This card keeps coming up in your reading. You notice that? That's a third time. So here's the thing. Something could go down today between you and some of these people. Maybe even this person here that wants retaliation. Who knows? But it's all because you are intuitive, you're spot on, you're strong, and you're confident. And you're moving forward. Yep. So just be aware, something could go down today. That card keeps coming out. Clarified today. Use your intuition. You're the high priestess. Use your intuition. You'll know who this is. Yeah, because somebody wants to reunite. Somebody wants to reunite. Possibly, like I said, build something solid. Maybe they want to do the same thing you're doing here. I feel like this person's been watching you. You could be dealing with an air sign. Having something to say, thinking about how they're going to say it. These are people, yeah. This is somebody who may have used you as an option before, but take a good hard look at this picture. I feel like this person here could be somebody who had you as an option before, person watching. Okay? And now I feel like they're completely stunned that you're as intuitive as you are. I think you know exactly who it is I'm talking about. As these clouds roll back, all of their options are exposed for who and what they were, including you. And now they can clearly see, oh my gosh, the person watching really is intuitive. The person watching really does have it going on. The person watching really can create their own abundance. The person watching is the one I should have chose, but I covered him up with a blanket instead. Oh my gosh. Tower moment. I don't know who this is. It could be anyone. It could be your person. Yeah. But, I feel like you have multiple people around you, person watching, that are absolutely stunned at your abilities and your intuitive abilities, okay, that you get from the divine. And the fact of the matter is you were led on a journey that you have been working for a very long time. Okay? Probably without even knowing it. Okay, so take my story for instance, right? I was here, okay? And I was pretty much body slammed on the ground by some of these people. And I picked myself up and did my healing, right? Worked on myself, but I didn't realize where it was taking me at the time. That's what I'm talking about though. You were guided right to here, to your abundance, to Empress status, okay? But you didn't realize that on your journey the whole time. It was hard. It was gut-wrenching, it was painful, but you trusted in the divine anyway. You trusted them. And they brought you here. Okay? So I didn't know I was on this journey to this either. All right? But that's what happens when you surrender to the divine. The divine gets you through the healing. They guide you. They guide you through the healing process. They guide you through building yourself back up. They guide you through taking care of yourself and eating better and drinking. They really do. They guide you to making the moves that you have to make, and keeping those moves hidden to protect you, because you're working for them at that point. Giving people messages, being intuitive, proving the power of the divine in all that you do. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. And I don't know where I was. I know I was just about done with the reading, though. Yeah, we got cut off. But listen, yeah, you're proving the word of the divines, the spirit messages, just by being spot on with your intuition. So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, person watching, because you're hitting things on the nail on the head. Okay, you're spot on. And it's freaking people out a little bit. I don't want to say it's freaking them out. They're fascinated, and it's kind of like a whoa, oh my gosh kind of situation, okay? But you've got people coming towards you that are toxic as well. And I think you're rising above it. You're rising above it. You're letting the divine lead you, and they're leading you with all this strength and courage and confidence behind you, right? You're going right into a beautiful new cycle that's going to be very, very abundant, okay? So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Stay in your lane. Receive the messages. Keep following the divine. You're great. You're proving your intuition is correct. You're showing these people that you're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing, okay? Anyway, guys, listen, that's what I got for this reading. I hope it helps. I do hope it resonates. I really do. If you like this video, please go ahead, click that like button, subscribe to my channel, help me grow, right? And until next time, person watching, take care of you, and peace out.